Now from Tel Aviv, Israel, NBC News Chief Foreign Correspondent Richard Engel. Richard, the Prime Minister Netanyahu, has already indicated in a strong statement that he is bitterly opposed to this deal. What is the situation on the ground in Israel today with regard to it?
Right now, we're seeing a lot of very angry reaction coming from Netanyahu and other members of the Israeli government. Netanyahu has been tweeting. He's been speaking in Hebrew. He's been speaking in English. He's been tweeting in Farsi, just about doing everything he can to make sure the world knows how opposed Israel is to this agreement. Just to give you a couple of quotes he's been putting out there, Iran will receive hundreds of billions of dollars through which it will be able to fuel the terror machine, its expansion and aggression in the Middle East and throughout the world. That's one. Iran is about to get a safe path to nuclear weapons. That's another. There was an editorial today, not written by Netanyahu, but by a columnist, that compared this deal to the 1938 agreement in Munich, appeasement with Hitler, which, of course, didn't go on to stop World War II. There's a lot of anger here, and not just in Israel. In many capitals in the Arab world, there is deep distrust with this agreement. Basically, the Arab world and Israel both do not think that Iran will abide by the deal, that it will cheat, and that this agreement will give Iran more money, more power, more political clout to continue its policies in the Middle East that are causing a lot of instability right now in Syria, in Yemen, in Lebanon.
Richard, given your coverage over the years of that cauldron of a region, what is your sense that this agreement could set off a new and really volatile Mid-East arms race?
It is very possible. In one sense, you have to look at this as a gamble. The U.S. is taking a gamble, and for the U.S., there's relatively low risk. The U.S. is far away. Its involvement in the Middle East right now is with a few advisors, with drones, and if it doesn't work, there are clauses in place that can snap the sanctions back. So for the U.S., it's a gamble with very, let's say, acceptable downside. For the region right now, this is not like Cuba. This is not like Myanmar. There are active conflicts underway right now in which Iran is a major party to those conflicts. So there is a possibility that this agreement could just be adding more fuel to the sectarian fire, that it will embolden groups like ISIS, which will now see Iran and the U.S. in collusion, that it will cause Saudi Arabia to become even more nervous that it is being surrounded by Iranian expansionism. So an arms race is possible, and a worsening of the active regional conflicts in the region is also possible.